Can you bear with me for a few moments to reinvestigate these, what the speaker denies as important, and realizes the anguish, the suffering, the pain that these two opposing states cause to our human life, our human mind, our human world. These two opposites do not make any difference to our true self, that what we are appearing as right now, with a mind of opposing values. The mind of opposing values is that what conspires against and likes being conspired against. 1 minute it's about me, next minute it's about you. 1 minute it's about the left, next minute it's about the right. 1 minute it's about here, next minute it's about there. 1 minute it's about past, next minute it's about future. 1 minute it's about good, next minute about bad. 1 minute success, 1 minute failure. Each one of these two opposites cannot be here without the other one being present. Because when you mention the word success, it has to be something that was invented through a measurement system. A measuring system. We can decide who is a failure and who is success based on this. If you take away that, what it's based on, what the aim is, what the goal is, what the objective is, there cannot be success and failure, because there's nothing taking place. And that's a fear of the mind. If we remove these opposing values, we're going to die. We're going to be vegetables. We're going to be primitive. We're going to be reptiles. We're going to go backwards. We're going to be animals. But these opposing states cannot be taken away. But they can be subdued. So that there's not that necessity to aim for one particular with so much determination, so much... Because in the determination, there's going to be a winner. And there's going to be a loser. So we are dividing ourselves through opposing states into, say, the successful and the failures, the rich and the poor, the winners and the losers. When we're all the same breath, we're all the same flesh and skin and blood. We may appear to look differently, to project differently, to talk differently, to wear different clothes, have different colours of hair, skin. We may appear to be able to be identified and categorized. And the world can categorize me for all it's worth. The world can put me into any box it wants me to be in. But I won't put the world into any box. This I won't categorize. It refuses to measure. It refuses to take sides. It remains centered. It remains in a core. It remains to be open equally, as if everything is the same. Everything is one whole experience, one whole life, one whole being, one whole self. And you say, no, that's impossible. Of course it's impossible. But when it's subdued, you don't jump forward into making a decision. You are the true risk assessor. watching all these feebly trying to risk assess through using opposing values. We are going into the lion's cage. We have to think about what the dangers are. We have to think about so many things, so many risks, what we're going to wear, how we're going to approach the lion. I say don't go into the lion's cage. I say open the cage from a distance. Let the lion go home. Let it be free. When we cage animals, we feel caged ourselves. It's called a trigger. In mental health, so many triggers trigger an individual patient off. Don't put the triggers in. Remove the triggers. And the ammunition is also removed. And that connection, that association to that trigger cannot be triggered because there's nothing to trigger it. But again, the human says, oh yeah, but that's going backwards, that's primitive. That's totally against our grain. Let's go into the lion's cage. We have to feed the lion. The children want to see the lions. We want to protect the lions from their environment. Species come and go. Human species will come and go. You can do anything you can to try and protect it, control it, or put your flag down and your tent up and say we're not moving. But life itself will move you. You see, life itself will move you. We have created two opposing meanings within one word. We have created a language to make you think, I want to speak about it this way. And I expect you to understand it the same way. And you say, I want to go into the lion's cage. Meaning, we have to go into the lion's cage. And the other person says, well, okay then go. No, not me. Well, that's what you said. Yeah, but I need help. You have to go into the lion's cage, you go into the lion's cage. I have things to do. You're walking away, you're weak, you're feeble, you're not following my way of thinking. Is there one way of thinking? Isn't this what diversifies as humans, that we have billions of ways of thinking and that we can go on our own and make something out of our thoughts? Isn't this what we are told as children? Think, dream, aspire, and then put them into place. And then you say, yeah, that's brilliant. And I have these thoughts, I have these dreams, but I want you to help me put them into place. Well, no, they're not my dreams and aspirations, they're yours. We have this idea that we have to work as a team to sort out one person's problem. And that's okay if we're going to go around in circles. We have a team of 5. I want to go into the lion's cage. Okay. Right, and then we'll deal with your problems after. So the team of 5 work collectively and they go into the lion's cage. And it's a success. And they come out and they say, okay, you next. Okay, I want to destroy the lion's cage. I want to let the lion go free. No. That's a deal. That's teamwork. That's a recognition of each individual participant. But we don't do it. We have to give birth to leaders. And when you give birth to leaders, you have to have followers. So therefore we have two opposites. So one gets to make the decisions and one has to follow the decisions. So what you're told in childhood is bullshit. It's rubbish. What you're best to be told in childhood is expect expect to be controlled, or take ownership and be the controller. Either way, you're going to have to take a side. Or you can be told in childhood, don't worry about anything. Just be yourself. Don't try and aim for anything. Just let life show you what this beauty is. Don't take sides. Just be yourself. Be centered. Be Buddha. What an educational system that would be. That's good parenting, good teaching, good leadership. They're not telling you to be a leader. They're not telling you to be a follower. They're telling you to be yourself. Do you have two sides? Yes, you have a left side and a right side. You have an inside and an outside. Mind-made ideas, mind-made concepts. But within you, within that heart, within that core of you, can it be separated? Have you discovered that what is within you that is inseparable, that cannot be moved, changed, or taken apart? Have you discovered that? Have you discovered that? You see? Don't take the meaning from the speaker. Take the words from the speaker. If people had taken the words of Christ and not the meaning behind Christ, the person, the healer, if they'd taken the words and to their own internal beingness, they can make their own decisions on how to use these words. Through me I am is the way. Not through Christ, not through Buddha, through me. But in this way, I don't see myself becoming a king, a saint. I don't see myself as becoming superior. Because there's no superiority and inferiority in the way. In truth, there is no sides. There is only truth. Can you discover the truth? Or do you have to go fluctuating from good and bad all your life, pain and pleasure all your life, man and woman all your life, success and failure all your life? It's okay, we all have to do it. We have to participate. But in the participation, use the participation wisely. Be a good leader. And don't point to the right or the left. Just point at the person and saying, be yourself. And God will love you for that.